of Hawthorne Heights.
So, welcome everyone. This is going to be very loose, very fun. It's very exciting. It's our first album of the year, list week sort of thing. And we have up first show of the year, which is going to be very hard to do, considering we didn't all go to every show together. But I still think it'll be fun. And I feel like we could be objective and pick a good show of the year, even if just Billy went. And no, it's not going to be the Midnight Billy. I'm sorry.
Why are you ruling that out already?
Well, look, you're at least gonna have to pick one if you want to submit it for show of the year.
Okay.
I don't think you can get 3 midnights up on the on the
when
list.
I look at this list,
Sure.
it's like the midnight and to enter a bunch of extra ballots. I think they've been up to some stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay. So, what are we thinking? Like 10, 5? We have 38 total.
38 total shows.
38 total shows, which is pretty awesome.
Can we put Five Finger Death Punch just right up to the top of that list?
I mean, yes.
You're welcome.
I'm
But don't though.
I'm gonna create a new column as we create our list du jour. Okay, I feel like let's look at the ones that we all went to, which is
Good
not a
start,
strong
good
list.
start.
Glenn Hansard and Good Charlotte.
Not at the same time.
Yeah, those are definitely separate. Glenn, I don't know. If I'm picking a top 10, I don't see it on my top 10.
I would also, Glenn is my favorite, and I've seen him a million times. I wouldn't put that particular show in my top 10 of the year either.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hard pass for both of those
Okay.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Good Charly, you can just kind of scratch.
I do want to say that I had more fun at that show than I thought I was going to. It's not going to make top 10 for me.
Yeah.
All right.
And it was a good show. In the case of Glenn, it just was the set choice.
Yes. Yeah, that is very true. And the annoying weird dude that he brought on stage, like that was just kind of weird. Mm-hmm. But all right. So let's do the ones that we saw together in some fashion, whether it be some combination of us. And that includes, hold on, hey Dan. All right, so Paul and I saw Snarky Puppy. That just is really good. Kurt Vile was good. I don't know if that's top 10. Paul, what do you think?
For me, both of those probably would be.
Would be? Okay.
But I also went to less.
I'm just gonna put them over here for fun. See what happens. I feel like I need to see This Town Needs Guns on there somewhere.
Yeah, that was good.
Minus the Bear, I'm fine leaving off. I thought that was a fun show. I don't know that it was my favorite of the year. What do you think?
I am not remembering it very well.
I'm going to say no.
Because
then.
it was the same month we saw This Town Needs Guns.
Yes.
That clearly didn't leave as much of an impression.
Did we see Toe that same month as well? I want to put Toe on that list.
I really like
at least
the Toe
just
show.
initially. Yeah, the Toe show was really
without a
good.
doubt. And it's not like you can see them every day.
Yeah. All right,
Stateside.
Billy, you and me, we saw Sorority Noise.
Yes.
And a million bands with Knuckle Puck.
Yep.
Moose Blood and Marc Rebellier. I'm going to say no to Sorority Noise.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah, I loved the first time that we saw them.
Agreed.
But that second time, I don't know what it was. I wasn't into it. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about Knuckle Puck?
I mean, as a whole, that show's great. I think because there were some surprises with Jetty Bones.
Jetty Bones was
so
really good. Yeah.
Some standards. Hot Mulligan, Free Throw, always good. Boston Manor was fun. Knuckle Puck didn't blow me away.
Yeah. I don't really like all of those bands' stuff like all the way.
Yeah.
I like you said, I think all of them put on a solid show, but I don't know. I'm fine leaving it off, but
yeah, if I was to compare that to the next one, Moose Blood, Lydia McCafferty, I would say the Moose Blood show would be on mine and not Knuckle Puck.
Okay. See, I'm gonna put Moose Blood on there,
Okay.
even though I disagree. But
So-
I think that my issue with that show is that I don't particularly like any of them. I like McCafferty. I do like McCafferty, but I went mainly because you were going and Sarah wanted to go.
Right.
And I realized about halfway through that show that I shouldn't have gone because it wasn't for me. But I know you guys all had a good time, and they all sounded really good.
So, and the thing that stands out, and we don't need to necessarily leave this on, but the thing that stands out to me about that show is the dude from Moose Blood being sick and not having
Yes,
a voice.
absolutely.
And the crowd just kind of carrying it, I think really added a cool element, which was at first disappointing that he, didn't have a voice to sing along, but having the crowd kind of carry
Yes,
that show
absolutely.
was a cool part of it.
Yeah, and I think it was like a weeknight show, wasn't it?
I think it was like a Sunday night or something.
So it
like that.
wasn't super packed, but it felt busier than it did. So I will give you that. I really want to put Mark Rebbe on here. I'm also fine not putting it on here.
That's a tough one because it was so fun.
It was really funny. I don't know that it's the best show material. Paul, did we
Right.
tell you about Mark Rebbe?
I don't remember.
I don't know if you would enjoy that show. It's this guy that he's affectionately known as Luke Daddy, and it's.
I've already got one foot out. Let's keep going.
I went into the show expecting him to be playing music and originals, like playing stuff that he has on albums, and he does do that. But he also just kind of takes what the crowd says to him and makes it into songs. And it's really funny and it's really clever. I don't think it's necessarily the best musical thing. And I kind of went out of it. I didn't expect a comedy show. I expected a music show.
Right.
And it was more a comedy show than it was anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something to be said for just entertainment.
And
Yeah.
I would say throw it on for now. We can always cut it in a little bit if we need to.
Okay.
Once we have some sort of list. But it was such a fun show. And
The concept's good.
it was cool.
I think you would like his humor, Paul. I vividly remember laughing harder than I had in like months. Just like he was talking shit about somebody was talking shit about Natty Bo, like National Bohemian Beer, and he was saying how much he loves Natty Bo just to annoy this guy, and he just created a song out of nowhere about National Bohemian Beer, and it was fucking awesome. It was really rad. But anyway, okay, so now jump into shows that I saw. I'm gonna say I would like to put Punch Brothers on here. I know I'm the only one that really likes them.
If you told me they put on a good show, I'd believe you.
They do put on a really good show. It's so much so that I really want to take all of you to a show.
Is that the one that's like kind of like acoustic sounding?
Bluegrass. Yeah, they're all around 2 microphones.
Yeah, that's right.
It is the sound was incredible. Like
Is that the band with the filthy mandolin player?
yes.
Oh God,
Yes.
yeah, he's crazy.
Okay. I'm gonna put it on the list right now. We have 7 on the list. We could always flex to 15 if we don't really want to cut any.
Yeah.
It's our list. We can do whatever we
I'm
want.
sure we can cut some.
I'm not gonna add Jack White. I'm not gonna add Pedro. I'm not gonna add. I loved seeing the Deer Hunter, but the sound was terrible at the Fillmore per usual. Turnover was. I loved seeing Turnover at 9:30. It's such a weird experience to see them twice in 1 year, once at Rock and Roll and then 6 months later at 9:30. But I didn't like the openers at all, and I didn't show up for them. I caught 1 or 2 songs of Mannequin Pussy, so that was fine, I guess. But I thought the Rock and Roll Hotel show was better. So Kindo and Little Tybee was really cool. I don't know that it makes my top 10, and Noel was awesome, but it's not top 10. Death Cab. Where are we at with Death Cab, Billy?
Put it on. Sorry.
Put it on. Okay.
Yeah.
As Cities Burn. These are all Billy shows.
Yeah.
For those listening.
Is that the last ride of Silverstein?
Yeah. No. Just because
It's the start of the last ride.
As
Right?
Cities Burn was. What's that?
Is it their farewell tour?
No, it was a anniversary
Oh,
tour.
okay.
That's what it was.
Okay.
They stopped and then they
Gotcha.
started again.
And then As Cities Burn is kind of almost like a comeback tour.
Right.
But As Cities Burn was by far the best band, and they were an opener as far as the show goes.
Okay.
No bueno.
Sure.
Or
Okay.
at least doesn't make the cut.
I'm gonna say no to Manchester.
I mean, Manchester was
Manchester
incredible,
sounded like they were good.
but I got kind of tired with the front bottoms at the end.
Okay. So you have the Midnight at U-Haul. I know you saw them in New York City.
I saw them at New York, and I also saw them at that festival in Chicago.
Oh, that's over Memorial Day?
Northcoast Fest.
Right. Chicago. I'm just going to put Chicago. Of those three, because I know you're going to put one on here, which one of those?
I'm going to go with the one in Chicago because I might be cheating, but I saw them in a festival setting, which is very cool. And then I also saw them in a DJ setting that same night. So I'm going to cheat. And
Okay,
say
I'll
count that as one show because it was a quote-unquote after party. And it was awesome.
I'm going to put festival and DJ show. All right. Elise Trone.
Great show, but no.
Cat Power.
Don't say Cat Power. Say the National Phoebe Bridgers.
The National
Jesus.
Phoebe Bridgers
Nothing
featuring
wrong with Cat Power, Billy.
I mean, Cat Power was
took that
good, but
personally.
I mean, let's talk about the
me deep.
highlights of the show here.
Were they really highlights though? I thought you didn't really like the National set.
Just to check,
Oh,
we're
no,
still
that
talking about
was-
the National, right?
The National was great.
yes.
Phoebe was great.
Paul, how do you feel
Cat
about the
Power-
National?
I don't
was-
much like the National. I don't know if I've made that clear
Cat
or not.
Power was the one that kind of like
Okay.
dampened the show a bit.
Oh, we were talking about how
Did
we
sh-
didn't like seeing the National at the Anthem the first time. We saw it with Danny. Yeah,
right.
that was not good.
Yeah.
So so we have 9 on here, and I'm not going to keep it to a hard 10. It would be cool if we got it down to 10. Mm-hmm. It makes it more interesting, I think, rather than just adding everything else. Looking at the rest of this list, do you see Cat Power the National hanging?
No.
Okay. What else? What would you
Taking Back Sunday and Coheed.
Okay.
Definitely in.
Okay.
How was Jack White?
Jack White, another set list issue. I loved the show. I thought he sounded great. The band was really cool, but the set list sucked. Like, he did not play any of the hits.
It sounds
And
like
he
you're
played
mad
on-
he put your cell phone in a bag.
Yes, I'm very mad he put myself in a bag. I think it's a cool concept, just for the record, but what's up?
Sorry, can you scroll up a little bit so I can see the rest?
Oh, that's it.
Oh, 9 is where we start?
Yep,
Oh, Starcadian?
that's it. Yeah,
Oh.
sorry, I resorted it.
Gotcha.
Just
worries.
based on person.
I see what
So,
you're
yeah.
saying. Cool. Then yeah, is that 10?
I do wonder if we should give a more fair
So-
shake to Minus the Bear.
These are. I'm gonna put Minus the Bear on here. Maybe we should do that because I think it's fun if we have more than 10. Five Finger, no. I'm assuming
Um,
that was
man,
interesting.
Honestly, no.
Same
it
thing with
was
Rob
cool
Zombie.
to see them. It was cool to see Rob Zombie. It was cool to see Five Finger Death Punch. As far as the show goes, absolutely not.
I'm glad you went.
Yes, it was an experience.
Wonder Years plus the Fall.
So,
You didn't like Wonder Years, right?
no Wonder Years was fine. And like Bless the Fall was incredible. But again, just a terrible bill. I mean, I didn't go for any of the openers because they were all garbage.
okay.
So, I mean, if we were just counting like actual bands, I'd say Bless the Fall would be on there. But
Yeah,
as far as show goes,
I think a full bill.
yeah, I agree.
Makes,
I think that's
makes
yeah,
a
that
better
makes-
show
exactly.
for me. Moonrise.
No.
What about Last Warped Tour?
I mean, it was great.
It's historical. I don't know if it's.
I mean, we can. I mean, just for the fact that I got to see Necrogoblin
Oh,
would make Warped Tour probably
True.
my best show
Fuck
of the year.
yeah. Okay.
Honestly,
I'm just gonna put really just Necro. Goblin.
Do you feel like the music for that band stands alone without the gimmick of having a goblin?
yeah, it does.
Okay.
Have you listened to it much?
Not much.
No, you don't like the thrash
It's
metal?
okay. It's I think I went into it based on your description so fucking hype, and I was like, it's good. It's not bad. I think that I don't know. I want to see them live. I would rather see
Yes.
them live.
Like, if you if there was At the Gates coming to town and Necrogoblican in the same night.
Fuck yeah. I would love to see At the
No,
Gates.
not at the same show. What would be your decision?
I would rather go see At the Gates.
Yeah, good choice.
Okay.
But the gimmick is so good, though.
It is. It's so good, and like, it's just one of those bands that's so talented that like they just don't need to care about anything or try at all.
Be true. Starcadian.
I was disappointed in that show.
Soccer Mommy, I know is a no.
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Oh wait, what? Where are these?
Are we not on the same page?
No, mine stops it. I have to scroll up. There we go.
Oh, sorry.
There are the rest of mine.
You have to scroll that one.
There
Sorry.
we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Flor, great show.
Okay.
That can go on.
Okay.
Haim, also great show.
Okay.
That was with Lizzo or whatever her name is.
That's right.
Right.
That is a good bill. What
In
about
France,
Mississippi?
they call them Laheim.
I mean, Mississippi was
Nice.
good. I just don't like Songbird, so
Okay.
I'm gonna say no.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think that is. I should have copied the location onto here. Shit. I think that is a good consideration. I think I remember where we saw all of these.
Yeah, I could probably.
Okay, so we have 14. Do you guys want to cut it down to 10?
Yeah,
I think we can
down
cut
to 10.
4. I think we can cut 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Mark Rebier goes.
Okay.
As I like it a lot. I can't wait to see him again. Mm-hmm. I feel like I don't know.
Again, I couldn't tell you the name of the opener, so
yeah, I don't even
you
remember.
know if we're
That's
going full
true.
bills,
That's right. Yeah, we went full
couldn't tell
bills.
you.
Yeah, that definitely seals it for me. Mm-hmm. Do you remember who opened? Oh, we didn't see the opener for Toe, right, Paul?
Yeah, we skipped that. But it was strong for me.
Toe's really good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it on here for now.
You think that band was really surprised that the thing everybody waits for in the encore is what the American audience talked through? It's like
I guess
all these post-rock hipsters,
Yeah.
but they didn't want to sit through a ballad.
Yeah, I don't know.
So the band from Japan, right?
Yes. Yeah.
The only one.
Yeah, really good.
Right, that singular band
Yeah.
that came from Japan.
I feel like
I wish you'd been there.
I feel like I don't know. If I have to pick one of mine to cut that I've been to, it's either gonna be, you know what? So I'm gonna cut Punch Brothers only because I think it would be a better sell if you guys were there. 2, the opener was really boring.
Okay.
The sound was incredible. I loved seeing them.
Do they perform around one mic?
It's 2 mics, but yes. I think the show was a little long as well. Which I don't know. Some people are into 3-hour shows. I don't think it was 3 hours, but you know what I mean.
I would like to say every band that's made it to this list is worth going to see live.
Yes,
no matter what.
Absolutely. And I'm going to rate it off the list as we have it right now. So we have 13 left. Haim and Lizzo at the Anthem. Flor at DC9. Do you remember who opened for Flor?
Handsome Ghost.
Handsome Ghost. That's a good band name. Last Warped Tour ever at Merriweather. Taking Back Sunday and Coheed at the MECU Pavilion.
Can you remind me
Dumb
who
fucking
played the
name.
last Warped Tour? At least the dates here.
Who did play?
Yeah.
Every Time I Die, like Simple Plan, Good Charlotte.
Who closed?
4 Years Strong. Movements was there.
Oh, that's right.
Who did close? I watched Every Time I Die close, but I don't remember who the main stage closer
It
was.
wasn't like it's not like they don't do the whole this is the closer this year.
Right. You're
Right.
saying everyone
Rotates.
got
rotates.
Okay.
Yeah. And the only, we can take that off because it's a festival, not necessarily a show.
Sure.
So we can take that off.
Okay. Taking Back Sunday and Coheed, I said that one already. The
Absolutely.
Midnight, Chicago, Northcoast Festival,
Northcoast, yeah.
and a DJ set. Death Cab for Cutie at the Anthem with who? Natalie Prass, right?
No, I didn't even. terrible. No, didn't. I didn't see the opener. It was
God, I don't even remember.
It was
I was not excited for it. Oh,
Charly Bliss.
yes. Oh, shut up, computer. Charly Bliss. Punch Brothers at the Anthem. I'm just gonna cut. Just gonna rip the Band-Aid off.
I mean, we can cut Moose Blood if we need to.
Moose Blood, Lydia McCafferty at 9:30. Kurt Vile at 9:30. Snarky Puppy at Fillmore Silver Spring, which I think should be on here for sheer force alone of making that venue sound good.
The Fillmore usually sounds good. You're crazy.
Shut up. You're going. The only time that place has ever sounded good besides Snarky Puppy was Under Oath.
They call him Old Treble Ear Billy.
What about Childish Gambino?
That's true. Childish Gambino.
Got him. That's two.
Shut up. Yeah, you really got me.
If I recall, you both complained about the Childish Gambino not being intimate enough. One of the other dates you saw, right? Some stadium.
I've only seen him once.
Yeah, that was the only time we saw him.
Oh.
So
I
don't
think
know.
maybe I don't know. Maybe because we had seen him in an intimate setting, we were not really.
Yes, that's what it
down with
was.
Seeing him at
I didn't want to see him at
Capital One Arena.
Verizon Center. Yeah. Capital One. Sorry.
You put on the white suit. What more do you want?
True. TTNG, Kraken, Quartet, Prince Daddy and the Hyena at DC9, which was incredible.
That was a great. Both openers were killer.
Yes.
And had really different sounds. I was going in there. I knew about the percussion group. I knew about obviously TTNG, but
Prince Daddy surprised me.
that punk band was great. Mm-hmm. They brought so much energy. The lead, like the front man, was going through all kinds of gear issues, and he kept bringing it straight through.
Yeah, that was good. Toe at Black Cat, which I wish I remembered the opener, but I feel like Toe. Oh, that Toe's just so good. Minus the Bear. It was just Caspian, right? I think it was just Caspian.
That's all I remember.
Yeah,
Because you were
anything
excited.
else.
You'd never really seen them.
Yeah, and Caspian was pretty good. Okay,
It was okay.
so
I thought you guys loved Caspian for some reason.
Eh.
they're okay. It's post rock. If you've ever heard a post rock band
How many are
before,
we down to?
11. I don't. I mean,
What do we? Can you list them again? Sorry.
Haim and Lizzo, Flor, Handsome Ghost, Taking Back Sunday, and Coheed. It sounds like that one needs to be on there for sure.
Yes.
The Midnight.
Is it cool that that's a festival?
I'm fine
is
with
that
that because
okay?
you went there specifically to see the Midnight, right?
We have our albums of the we're gonna do album of the year. I think that it's fine to look at these as the full experience.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't think it's any less valid
that's
if
fine.
you saw a group and then you saw them in an after party.
Like you still yeah. I think the argument for that for me is it seems like you had a better time at Northcoast in your whole experience in general than you did at Warped Tour.
Yeah.
So-
absolutely. Yeah.
okay.
That and the only reason I compare it to being better than the show in New York and the show in DC is because it was a festival setting. So you've got the whole stage set up, the quality festival sound, and if
Sure.
we're kind of taking into account all of those things, that was their best set.
Okay. Sorry, I moved a bunch of these. Midnight, TTNG, Kraken Quartet, Toe, Haim and Lizzo, Flor, Handsome Ghost, Death Cab for Cutie, Moose Blood, Lydia McCafferty, Kurt Vile, the opener, shit.
For me, Kurt Vile versus Snarky Puppy is difficult.
I was almost gonna say Moose Blood versus Minus the Bear. If you wanted to take one of those off, I wouldn't mind if you took Moose Blood off.
It's unfair for me to make that call because I didn't like the Moose Blood show. I definitely agree with you that I think it's awesome that he still came out and he still sounded really good, even though he was sick. I just don't really like those bands, and I actually like Minus the Bear. So I don't know if I feel weird taking it off on that merit, but I would be fine taking it off. Kurt Vile was good. I liked it better than Minus the Bear, I think.
I could go with that.
It's let me put it this way. It sounds like Billy, you're okay with cutting Moose Blood?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
No, that's fine.
No?
That's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna cut Moose Blood, and then
It's
that
number
way,
11 though.
That way, Paul has some representation as well. Yes, Moose Blood is number 11, the coveted 11th spot. I don't know how we're going to rank these. If we do even want to rank them, or if we want to leave them as they are. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Is it a cop-out to not give a particular order?
No, I don't think so. I wish I had the dates on here. We could just do chronological order.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to sit here and do it by genre, that'd be
I
different.
feel like it would be very hard to rank these, considering the different venues that we saw them at, the different quality of the openers. I would love to rank them just because that's fun, but it may be a pointless exercise.
By the way,
Do we want to try and do it real quick?
we need to step it up on the hip-hop front.
Oh, in terms of shows, absolutely.
Yeah.
There needs to be some good hip hop shows that I want to go to. I don't know. I feel like every time I want to see a hip hop artist, I've heard bad things about seeing them live. Like I wanted to see Action for the longest time, and Billy told me it's terrible. Don't go.
Yep.
So I don't want to go.
I mean, I've seen a lot of hip hop at festivals,
Sure.
which is probably why I haven't. If I wanted to see a hip hop artist, I probably saw them at a festival and
Right.
haven't seen them. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I also don't feel like that kind of stuff comes through all that often,
Yeah.
unless we're just not keen to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Keep an eye out.
It's true. I think it's also hard to find all of these I think are at least the ones that Paul and I went to are like sub $20 shows.
Yeah.
And hip hop shows are usually going to be more expensive
That-
regardless of the venue.
And
so-
Little Dicky canceled his concert at the Anthem, so
Are you implying that jazz fusion isn't the most popular genre?
Yes, that is what I'm implying, in fact. Do you want to do a soft ranking? Or
But that's very true. That's a good point.
We'll
There's
just
a
leave
lot
it.
of those shows because a lot of those acts come to like Capital One, and it's
Yes.
arena
Yeah.
shows that are going to cost you
yeah, like
$75
the
to
ones
go.
that I would want to see are like Travis Scott. I would love to see Capital One, and
Yeah.
the openers are always trash. Like it's never a good full bill either. So, and I feel like lo-fi or like Earl Sweatshirt doesn't tour, and I would
Right.
love to see
Right.
him. Like I think he would be great, but
Yeah, you just need to go to all the cool festivals.
that's true. That is very true. So, do we want to leave it as is? How we feeling? Feel good?
I'm feeling good about it.
I like this list. I
Okay.
think it's strong.
Let's do that.
We can
I'm
do a nice
gonna-
little playlist.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah,
Maybe if you remember a song that they played, that would be fun.
I'm sure we could manage to find a
Yeah.
song for each of
we
these
could
bands.
we could figure it out. We can figure it out.
These bands play songs.
So the full list, and this will go obviously out to everyone, but the full list in no particular order: Taking Back Sunday and Coheed and Cambria at the MECU Pavilion. That's the one in Baltimore, right?
yes, it is.
Okay. It used to be Pier 6. right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The Midnight, Chicago's Northcoast Festival and DJ set. This Town Needs Guns, or TTNG, or rather TTNG, also formerly known as This Town Needs Guns. Kraken Quartet, Prince Daddy and the Hyena at DC9.
So strong.
Toe and some random opener at Black Hat. Haim and Lizzo at Anthem.
Yep.
Flor and Handsome Ghost at DC9.
Yep.
Death Cab for Cutie, which I was sadly absent from.
I'm sorry we miss you so much.
That's okay. I'll see them next time, maybe. Probably not. At the Anthem, Kurt Vile and some unknown opener at 9:30 Club. Snarky Puppy at Fillmore Silver Spring. I wish I could pronounce or remember the lady's name that opened for Snarky, but she was also very good.
Me too, but she's on that label and she's strong.
Yeah, should be easy to find. Minus the Bears, their farewell tour, and Caspian for our Jokes of TV 2018. That's exciting. Good job, everyone.
Nice.
It's a quickie.